The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Liam Spencer's 7-word deathbed confession could settle the Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester waffling debate forever. Viewers know that Liam spent years bouncing back and forth between the two main women in his life. There were times when Liam acted like Steffy was his soulmate, and there were other times when it seemed like Hope was the one instead. Unfortunately, Liam managed to hurt both women more than he should have due to his inability to stick with one for very long. Steffy and Hope made mistakes of their own, but there's no denying that Liam fueled a lot of conflict between them with his indecisiveness. Of course, Steffy eventually moved on and married John Finnegan, but that doesn't erase the memories she made with Liam and the love story they shared. Likewise, Hope and Liam had a beautiful love story as well, at least when the show actually let them be happy. Both Steffy and Hope share daughters with Liam, so that's something else that gives them a special connection with their former flame. However, fans have always debated which woman was number one in Liam's heart. Now that Liam is facing a fatal brain tumor, is B&B finally on the verge of answering that question once and for all? If Liam is really getting killed off, then the show might reveal the true winner of this love triangle. It may all come down to who captures Liam's attention in his last moments. Since Hope's portion of Liam's sad storyline is taking center stage, she may get some final words about his true feelings. If that's the case, Liam may share this 7-word deathbed confession. "You're the love of my life, Hope." It's a declaration that Liam has made to Hope before, but it'll mean more if he says it near the end, when there's no chance of waffling back to Steffy ever again. Liam may make this final admission to Hope and choose her before he fades away, maybe even in her arms if B&B wants to get extra soapy about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, May 14, reveal that heartbroken Carter Walton will overhear Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's future talk, so the drama's about to heat up. Since Hope's had such a hard time controlling her emotions, Liam just figured out that she must know about his terminal condition. Liam is facing an inoperable brain tumor and didn't want the secret to spread any further, but Hope indeed found out the truth. Even if Hope doesn't reveal Steffy Forrester is the one who told her, Liam will surely figure that out. Of course, Liam probably won't blame Steffy under the circumstances, since she's just trying to do the right thing by bringing Beth Spencer's mom in the loop. In fact, Liam might admit he's relieved that Hope knows the whole story in the end. It should feel good for Liam to be able to confide in Hope without any deception between them. While Liam opens up about his struggles and how tough it'll be to say goodbye to his loved ones, Carter Walton will make a promise to Brooke Logan at Forrester Creations. After Carter admits he's still not ready to walk away from Hope, Brooke should provide some encouragement. Perhaps Brooke will urge Carter to go see Hope right away and give her the final push she needs to reunite with him. Unfortunately, B&B spoilers say Carter will get a shock when he shows up outside Brooke's door and overhears Hope telling Liam that their future is together. Hope will insist she doesn't want to spend any more time apart from Liam, so Carter will face a crushing blow since he doesn't know about the inoperable brain mass news. However, Liam has already been talking about wanting to spend as much time as possible with Hope and Beth. Hope's future could still be with Liam in a platonic way that's focused on their family reunion. We know Liam will make another attempt to push Hope and Carter back together before the week's over. By then, Carter will already be leaning on Daphne Rose for support after eavesdropping on Hope's conversation with Liam. If you're a mom, then you know there's nothing better than spending time with your children on our designated day each May. And while just being with our kids is all we really need, when they present us with a gift from the heart, it stirs up happy emotions to last the whole year through. However, from time to time, we may receive something that provides a little bit of shock value, and that's exactly what the Bold and the Beautiful's crew Morrow presented his mom with last weekend. "I have a bad habit of gifting my ma terrible presents," Morrow shared, then went on to explain the photo attached to his official Instagram post. "Sometimes it's a new motorcycle, other times a fresh tattoo. That was the case this time when I came home with her name on my chest. The tattoo didn't read Mom or Tobe, which is the first name of the young and the restless vet Joshua Morrow's wife, but rather October's son, to mark the month of his mom's birthday. Love you, Mama," he added. "Proud to be your son." Terrible present? No way. This was one of the sweetest we've seen, and whether or not you're a fan of tattoos, you have to admit, the sentiment was the perfect way for the actor to express his love forever. However, one of his castmates thought he too deserved a place on Morrow's skin, as the actor who plays his TV dad Bill, Don Diamond, jumped into the comments and stated, "And when you do mine, you can just put DD forever," to which Morrow replied, "Don't tempt me." Could you imagine? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of May 19 to 23 reveal that Steffy Forrester will move forward with a Forrester shakeup while Hope Logan deals with a romantic mess. Brooke Logan will also face some confusion, so let's talk about what's ahead on B&B. For starters, John Finnegan may have some important updates for Steffy after Liam Spencer pays him a visit at the hospital. Liam will once again express his desire to bring Hope and Steffy together, even if it has to happen after he's gone. Since Liam will really be stuck on this, he'll leave the challenge in Finn's hands. Finn may give Steffy the news later and really highlight how much Liam wants this. That may serve as the catalyst for Steffy to meet with Hope and officially offer her a Forrester Creations comeback. Hope might apologize for her role in the takeover and agree to restart her line, since we know she'll indeed land back at Forrester soon. That should be music to Liam's ears and make a dying man extremely happy. Since Steffy told Hope the truth about Liam's condition, they already shared a powerful moment recently. Hope and Steffy are learning that life's too short to spend bickering, especially when Liam is rooting so hard for them to get along. You can bet Brooke's going to be baffled by this huge shift in Steffy and Hope's relationship. Brooke may have a ton of questions for Hope about that and her soon-to-be messy love life. Once Carter overhears Hope putting Liam at the center of her future, he'll end up in Daphne Rose's arms and could potentially get passionate with her. After Liam reiterates his belief that Hope and Carter belong together, she may go looking for Carter and find him in a state of undress with Daphne. Regardless, Hope and Carter's reunion will hit a roadblock, which might send her back to Liam with another pitch for their own next chapter. Liam and Hope are reconnecting on a different level now, so there's the potential for them to surrender to some kisses or even land back in bed. Will Hope and Liam move out of the friend and co-parent zone for whatever time he has left? In a recent emotional turn on The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's belief in her identity is completely upended when a long-buried secret is revealed, and it comes from someone she once trusted. Luna has endured countless challenges, rejection from Steffy, scrutiny from Hope, and watchful eyes from Deacon, but one conviction remained her anchor: the belief that Dr. John Finnegan is her biological father. This connection has been central to her identity, grounding her amid uncertainty. However, a shocking confession threatens to dismantle everything. The truth begins to unravel when Luna unexpectedly encounters April, a former college friend, at the hospital where both Finn and Dr. Lee work. Now a lab technician, April's visible discomfort raises Luna's suspicions. Their awkward reunion hints at deeper secrets, prompting Luna to confront her friend later that day in a secluded park. What follows is a devastating revelation. April tearfully admits to altering the original DNA results, confirming Finn as Luna's father when, in fact, he is not. Her reasoning stemmed from a desire to help Luna feel a sense of belonging during a vulnerable period. "You called me crying back then. I just wanted to help you," April confesses. But her well-meaning interference has far-reaching emotional consequences. Luna is left reeling. The familial bond she fought so hard to preserve was built on a fabrication. The emotional trials she endured, particularly the tension with Steffy, were rooted in a lie. As Luna processes the betrayal, she finds herself at a crossroads. Should she reveal the truth to Finn and risk severing their bond, or remain silent to preserve what little connection remains? Meanwhile, Finn, unaware of the truth, begins to sense something is amiss. Reflecting on his recent interactions with Luna and the lingering unease he couldn't quite explain, Finn appears unsettled. Luna, in turn, watches him from a distance, grappling with the loss of the man she once believed was her father. A man who offered her belief and support when others didn't. The fallout continues to build as Luna emotionally distances herself from April. Her silence is not driven by anger, but by the immense burden she now carries. The unresolved tension leaves viewers wondering, will Luna eventually reveal the truth? Or will this new secret further complicate her path, driving her toward even more painful decisions? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal Lisa Yamada has snagged a new role, but will it leave fans without Luna Nozawa? The highly sought-after actress has landed a role in Prime Video's prequel series to Legally Blonde, titled Elle, as initially reported by Deadline. The upcoming comedy features Lexi Minetry taking on the iconic role originally portrayed by Reese Witherspoon in both the film and Broadway adaptation. It showcases Elle's journey through high school as she aspires to become a law student. Yamada will play the role of Amber, a member of Elle's group in Bel Air, bringing a fresh dynamic as this actress gets the chance to portray a character with friends again. Lisa is among the 5 talented performers selected for recurring roles in the highly anticipated prequel series, Elle, on Amazon Prime Video. This new American comedy series, crafted by Laura Kittrell and Caroline Dries, explores the formative high school experiences of Elle Woods, the beloved character first made famous by Reese Witherspoon. Created by Witherspoon's production company, Hello Sunshine, this series is designed to highlight the key moments that shaped Elle into the self-assured and ambitious young woman portrayed in the films. It is a collaboration involving Witherspoon, Kittrell, Dries, and Amazon Prime Video. The story unfolds years before the iconic scenes of the first movie, which began with Elle Woods graduating from college and embarking on her journey to earn a law degree at Harvard. The original film series featured Legally Blonde and Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde, both starring Reese Witherspoon as Elle Woods, along with a musical version. The cast also includes Chloe Wepper as Ms. Burke, David Burtka as Chad, Brad Harder in a yet-to-be-revealed role, and Kayla Maisonette as Tiffany. Recently, Luna keeps flirting with Electra Forrester's boyfriend, Will Spencer, or showing up unexpectedly at her father John Finn Finnegan's house. The rest of the time she finds herself lamenting to her grandmother, Shayla Carter Sharp, about being a social outcast. It's amusing how that works when you have a history of taking innocent lives, isn't it? Since Yamada's role as Elle is a recurring one, it shouldn't hinder her ability to stir the pot on the CBS soap. Before her time on the soap, this rising star had roles in Cruel Summer, Little Fires Everywhere, Never Have I Ever, The Rookie, and All American. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal 4 cast members are set to participate in a location shoot in Naples and Capri. Special episodes are scheduled to air in July, so let's dive into all the thrilling details, which may involve steamy romances and infidelities. Casey Kaspervik, the supervising producer of B&B, thrilled fans with an Instagram update at the close of March. He hinted that filming might occur in Capri and Naples, sparking excitement among viewers. Now, it's confirmed that the production will indeed move forward with location shoots in Naples and Capri from May 28 to May 31. Kasperzik took to X, previously known as Twitter, to share an announcement from Mediaset Infinity about the upcoming filming. This isn't the first time the CBS soap opera has ventured to Italy for scenes, and likely it won't be the last. Over the years, there have been numerous filming locations in Italy, including the recent Portofino shoot highlighted by the stunning new showstopper gown, and the show's spectacular 2023 visit to Rome. As the show prepares to film in Capri and Naples this May, you may be curious about which cast members will be involved. The 4 actors set to travel for this upcoming storyline are Thorsten Kaye, Catherine Kelly Lang, John McCook, and Jack Wagner. Wagner's return will start airing in June, but viewers in the US will have to wait until July to see these location scenes. Meanwhile, Italian audiences will have to be patient, as their airing won't happen until 2026. Exciting summer plans are brewing and sizzling scenes, and it will be fascinating to witness the unfolding events in Italy. If Ridge decides to pursue Brooke, just as she commits to a future with Nick, like we think he might, given his jealous side, we might see some love triangle tension. Picture a jealous Ridge observing from a distance as Brooke and Nick share a steamy kiss, igniting their romance. Could this spark Ridge to betray Taylor Hayes with Brooke? Regardless, Italy promises some thrilling developments, and we'll keep you updated on any news regarding these special July episodes. According to upcoming spoilers from the CBS soap, Brooke's romantic life is set to become quite complicated in the months ahead, so stay tuned. At Brooke's place, Hope and Liam embrace as he asks, "You know, don't you?" She pulls back, and he can tell by her expression he's correct. He grimaces. Liam asks how she found out, and then answers his own question, "Steffy." He confirms, "I am dying." Hope cries. Liam was trying to avoid this. He made Steffy and Finn promise he wouldn't tell anyone. "Steffy was adamant about me coming clean, and I guess she just took matters into her own hands." Hope asks him not to be upset with Steffy. "I'm grateful to know. I want to be there for you, Liam. She's just having a hard time with unfair it is. And why him? There's not enough time," she wails. "We can't lose you." Liam takes her in his arms again. Hope says Steffy must have been terrified to find him unconscious. Liam's sure she was, but she flew into action and got him to the hospital. He tells her how the team saved him by drilling a hole into the back of his head, hence his fashion choice recently. Just when he thought he was recovering, he learned he had an inoperable mass on his brain. Hope thinks there must be something they can do. Liam assures her he's already in the best hands. She complains they're just letting him die. Liam tells Hope the last thing he wants to do is leave her. Her and the girls. They're so young and won't understand. He wanted to watch them grow into women, and I don't get to have that. The silver lining is that this has made him really aware of how precious life is and how much he still has to live for. At the Cliff House, Finn and Steffy discuss whether Liam will be upset with her for telling Hope. Steffy insists she needs this time to grieve and process so she can help her daughter too. She went against Liam's wishes, but it had to be done. Finn concedes that Steffy did what she had to do. Hope needed to know she's Beth's mom. He asks how she took it. Steffy says she was shocked and devastated. Steffy recalls how hard it was to tell Hope the father of her daughter was dying. She spit it out, and Hope couldn't believe it. In the end, she was grateful that she told her, but didn't want to accept it. She told her everything about the brain mass, and that he didn't want anyone to know. But I felt like I needed to tell her. Finn understands it was because of how close they are and the bond they have. Steffy recalls the look on Hope's face when it sunk in. "I'm really the only person who understands what she's going through." Finn remarks that it's strange for Steffy to be in a position to empathize with Hope. He thinks she'll have to be there for Hope, and Hope will have to be there for her. Two mothers helping each other grieve and keeping Liam's memory alive. Steffy tears up. "Yeah, you're right. I know what's going on with Hope, and that means she can say the same about me. In Forrester's design office, Carter bangs his fist on the desk. He can't work for thinking about Hope, and flashes through memories of kissing her. Brooke walks in and says he seems distracted. She's not trying to pry. Carter admits he was thinking about Hope. Carter and Brooke agree that it doesn't feel right without Hope there. He recaps that Steffy disagreed with bringing her back. She always does when it comes to Hope. Carter tells Brooke he doesn't regret giving the company back. It was the right thing to do, but it may have cost him his love. Carter recaps that he didn't stand up for Hope or walk out with her. Brooke thinks he was in shock, and it was normal considering the situation. It doesn't take away from the man he is. She respects him and the feelings he has for her daughter. Carter laughs when she says she was just talking to Deacon about this. She told him Carter is still committed to Hope, and that deep down, Hope is still in love with him. Carter smiles. Carter agrees with Brooke. Hope's feelings for him haven't changed. She's just protecting herself because she feels he turned his back on her. Brooke urges him not to give up. I know my daughter. She does love you. Carter will never give up. He knows they have a future together. At the Cliff House, Steffy is surprised to learn from Finn that Liam went out. She guesses that he's gone to see Hope and supposes he'll figure out that she knows. Finn asks if she has any regrets about telling her. Steffy doesn't. He'll need all the support he can get. At Brooke's place, Liam tells Hope he always felt lucky, but it's ironic it took something profoundly unlucky to help him see how fortunate he's been. The life he's gotten to live. It's been so full of joy and curiosity, adventure, and smiles. He had the best mom. Her life was all-encompassing. Then he met his dad and two brothers. There's Hope and Beth, and Steffy and Kelly. He's a little pissed off that he won't get to see and do more, but he can't justify being angry. They should all be savoring every moment they can and making every second of every day count. Liam breaks down and cries. Hope tells him they appreciate every minute they get to spend with him. She and Beth will cherish the time they have with him. Liam sobs, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Hope tells him people love him and want to be there for him. Liam doesn't want the looks of pity or to go out as a burden. Hope urges him to give the people who love him a chance. Don't make that decision for them. They express their love. She observes that they've been through so much together. She feels like she took it for granted and needs to apologize. She assumed he'd always be there. Liam still will be one way or another. Hope weeps. Liam repeats, I am with you always. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn and Taylor reassure Steffy, Hope clings to Liam, and Daphne does her best to sway Carter's attention from Hope. Steffy is still a strong force in Hope's life. On the Wednesday, May 14 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy seemingly guided Hope back to Liam. She's still a strong force in her Archimedes' life, whether she knows it or not. Interestingly enough, Steffy empathized with Hope. We want to see if they will become BFS. Meanwhile, Brooke and Carter talk about Steffy's presence in Hope's life. Tune in to see all the drama that's going down. Carter daydreamed about his best moments with Hope. He felt alone now that she's not working alongside him at Forrester Creations. Brooke asked Carter what was on his mind. He admitted that he still wanted Hope with him in both his personal and professional life. However, Steffy made the call about Hope's future. The two agreed about how Steffy likes to call the shots in Hope's life. First, she didn't like Hope dating her brother Thomas. Then her head spun when Hope tried to steal her man Finn. Steffy was reeling when Carter got involved with her arch nemesis. Although Hope didn't have a good picker, Brooke still believed in Carter. She revealed that she was rooting for him, even if Deacon wasn't. Recently, Steffy has become more compassionate towards Hope. That's because Liam's prognosis brought them together. At the Cliff House, she confessed to Finn why she made that decision. She knows that Hope still loves Liam and has every right to know what's going on with him. What she doesn't know is that she's still a strong force Hope's life. Her latest move could have brought Liam and Hope back together. It looks like we're headed for a Lope reunion." At the Logan estate, Liam realized that Hope learned about his medical crisis through Steffy. He finally came clean to her and shared the truth. Liam was upset with Steffy for blabbing his secret, but Hope said she was grateful to Steffy for sharing the difficult news with her. Liam recounted the moment when his health spiraled. Hope begged him to let her search for a medical cure, but Liam told her there was nothing else the doctors could do, and he was already in the best hands. The two had a heart-to-heart talk about his life and what it's led him to. Liam mourned the fact that he'll miss out on both of his daughters growing up. He'll also miss out on what he and Hope could have had. Hope promised him that she will be there for him until the end. Their bittersweet conversation ended with a hug. It looked like Hope wanted more. We're interested in seeing how this gripping storyline will unfold. Watch B&B weekdays on CBS and Paramount+. Emotions ran high as Liam told Hope everything. The bold and the beautiful recap for Wednesday, May 14, saw Carter wishing for more and Liam wishing everything was different. Brooke came upon Carter in the design room reminiscing about Hope. They discussed how empty the office feels without Hope. Hurting her is his biggest regret. He should have walked out with her. Brooke tried to assure him all would eventually be well. She believed in him and his love for Hope. She even told him she stuck up for him with Deacon. Back at the Cliff House, Finn assured Steffy she did the right thing. Hope deserved to know Liam, and it was unfair to keep her in the dark. Steffy cried about her broken heart and for Hope's. Finn and Steffy agreed she needed to be there for Hope and Hope needed to be there for her. They'd need to band together to get themselves and their daughters through this loss. Steffy decided to face the music and talk to Liam, and was surprised to hear he wasn't home. She worried he'd be over with Hope and learn what she did before she could tell him herself. And she was right. Meanwhile, at the Logan estate, Liam figured out Steffy told Hope about his illness and confirmed that yes, he is dying. Hope cried a sea of tears, as did Liam, who was upset with Steffy for spilling his secret, but Hope shut that down. She's grateful for Steffy coming to her and promised to be there for Liam until the bitter end. It's a day you must watch and lay. The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for Thursday, May 15, see Hope cling to Liam, while Finn and Taylor reassure Steffy. Plus, Daphne works to sway Carter. It promises to be a day filled to the brim with drama, and you won't want to miss a second of the show. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus to watch. Liam is dying. He can't bear the thought of losing Hope and both of his daughters. Sure, it's been a while since they've been married, but looking death in the face has caused Liam to examine things. He certainly wants to spend much of the time he has left with Beth and Kelly. Liam didn't want anybody to know, but Steffy decided to tell Hope anyway. She couldn't stand to keep the secret, despite the animosity she usually has with Hope. It wasn't that long ago that Hope was with Carter. The two teamed up to take Forrester Creations away from the Forresters after Steffy cut Hope for the future. Steffy called in her friend Daphne to come to Los Angeles to seduce Carter. It wasn't Daphne's seduction, though, that caused Carter to grow a conscience. He ended up giving the company back. However, Daphne developed real feelings for Carter. Scott Clifton told his followers how one of his social media accounts was inexplicably taken offline, and he sought advice. Liam's facing the toughest challenge of his life on The Bold and the Beautiful. He's got an inoperable mass on his brain, and his life expectancy is low. However, fans know this is a soap where anything's possible, so they're holding out hope that a miracle cure will be found for him. His real-world alter ego, Scott Clifton, also hit a snag recently, although it was in no way life-threatening. Clifton has two accounts on X, formerly Twitter. The first one is similar to his Instagram page and has the handle Clifton's Notes. The second one goes by Theoretical Biss. His main page has a pinned post that explains his other one. Reminder that my other Twitter handle, @Theoretical Biss, is where you'll find all my thoughts related to religion and philosophy. Mosey on over and give it a follow if that's your cup of existential tea. However, that page seems to be down at the moment. The actor addressed it in a recent post, writing, "My other account has been suspended and inaccessible the last few weeks for alleged violations of X's terms of service. I appealed the decision, but X never responded or even acknowledged the appeal." He then added, "Any advice?" One of Clifton's fans had a possible solution to his issue, writing, "Happened to me on some side feeds I had. The algorithm somehow flagged you as a bot based on your pattern of use. I got some of them back by logging out and logging in on a completely new IP address. I suggest using a public library. It reinstated me after doing some CAPTCHA." Most of the followers weren't sure what he could do, but another one offered, "Create it anew and announce it with this account. You can use a big I in place of an all within your handle." Other fans suggested moving over to other social media platforms, and several took a different path to praise his acting on the show. Ivy's potential is being wasted. She deserves all the drama. When Ivy returned to the bold and the beautiful earlier this year, fans were buzzing with excitement. A beloved character known for her mix of charm, seduction, and scheming, Ivy was expected to bring a whirlwind of drama. Instead, she's been reduced to a background player, a wasted opportunity that has left viewers wanting more. Ivy has the potential to turn up the heat and add a layer of chaos to any storyline she touches. With Liam facing a life-or-death crisis, wouldn't it be deliciously dramatic for Ivy to try to rekindle their old spark, unaware of his dire condition? This kind of reckless passion is exactly what Ivy is known for. Or maybe it's time for Ivy to finally get her revenge on Steffy by going after Finn. She could also stir up trouble between Daphne Rose and Hope, setting her sights on Carter. With Ivy's talent for seduction and manipulation, the possibilities are endless. Ivy isn't just another pretty face, she's a complex character who can play sweet one minute and ruthless the next. This balance makes her the perfect wild card. The show has been too safe with her, keeping her in the background instead of unleashing her full potential. Viewers want to see Ivy using her wits and her charm to shake things up. But why stop there? Imagine Ivy aligning herself with unexpected allies, forming a twisted partnership with someone like Thomas, who shares her flair for scheming. Or perhaps she could become a secret confidant for Liam, feeding off his vulnerabilities while plotting her own gains. The show has a treasure trove of possibilities with Ivy. She can be a hero, a villain, or something in between. It's time for Ivy to step out of the shadows and reclaim her role as a true force of chaos. Ivy is the perfect character to deliver the shock value and dramatic twists that keep viewers hooked. Let's see her turn the Forrester, Spencer, and Logan worlds upside down in a way that only Ivy can. The latest developments in the bold and the beautiful present viewers with an emotionally charged storyline centered around two parallel medical crises that are reshaping character dynamics and family relationships in profound ways. The narrative takes a dramatic turn when Steffy Forrester, long established as a strong and assertive character, faces a severe medical diagnosis of advanced kidney failure. This health crisis emerges amid Steffy's already turbulent emotional state, as she grapples with Liam's terminal illness and the unexpected appearance of Luna, who claims to be Finn's biological daughter. Steffy's deteriorating health requires an urgent kidney transplant, with compatible donors proving difficult to find. In an unexpected development, Luna, whom Steffy has previously regarded with suspicion and hostility, undergoes testing without informing the family and discovers she is a match. Despite initial resistance from Finn, Luna persists in her desire to donate her kidney to Steffy, emphasizing that she expects nothing in return. The successful transplant surgery becomes a pivotal moment in the storyline, forcing Steffy to reevaluate her perception of Luna. The selfless act transforms their relationship, with Steffy ultimately extending an olive branch and welcoming Luna into their family circle. Concurrent with Steffy's health crisis, Liam Spencer confronts his own mortality after being diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. This devastating news creates ripple effects throughout the character network, particularly affecting his daughters Kelly and Beth and the women in his life. The storyline skillfully portrays how Liam's condition catalyzes a significant shift in the long-standing rivalry between Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester. These former adversaries find themselves united in their concern for Liam and their shared understanding of how his potential passing would impact their daughters. Their emotional conversation represents a rare moment of vulnerability and connection between two characters typically positioned as antagonists. Liam's relationship with his father, Dollar Bill Spencer, also takes on new dimensions as he expresses heartfelt gratitude for their relationship without revealing the full extent of his condition. These interactions are characterized by unusual tenderness from Bill, whose typically hardened exterior softens in response to Liam's unexpected warmth. An intriguing element of the current storyline involves fan speculation about Luna potentially becoming instrumental in saving Liam's life. This theory suggests that Luna, currently positioned as a villain within the narrative framework, might undergo a comprehensive redemption arc by becoming Liam's medical savior through some form of donation or treatment assistance. Such a development would create complex narrative opportunities, potentially reshaping Luna's standing within the community and her relationships with key characters, particularly the Spencer family. What distinguishes this storyline is its emphasis on emotional depth and character growth through adversity. Characters previously defined by conflict now demonstrate capacity for forgiveness, sacrifice, and genuine connection. The narrative explores how crisis can dissolve long-standing enmities and create unexpected alliances. Particularly notable is Steffy's evolution from hostility toward Luna to acceptance and gratitude, representing significant character development catalyzed by a life-altering experience. Similarly, the newfound solidarity between Hope and Steffy illustrates how shared concern can transcend years of rivalry. In a dramatic escalation on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester's fragile sense of peace was shattered when she returned home expecting calm, only to find Luna in her living room. Luna's presence alone was a trigger. This was the same woman who had once threatened the very foundation of Steffy's marriage. Steffy, without hesitation, confronted Luna with fierce resolve. Her demand was direct: leave the house and stay away from Finn permanently. However, the emotional climax reached new heights when Finn, instead of standing firmly with his wife, asked for understanding. Still emotionally conflicted and reeling from recent events, Finn urged Steffy to show compassion. "She's not the enemy," he said, suggesting Luna might deserve a second chance. That suggestion broke Steffy's composure. For her, this wasn't just about forgiveness. It was about loyalty, security, and protecting her family. Finn's willingness to offer Luna grace felt like betrayal. With rising tension and voices laced with pain and disbelief, Steffy asked the unthinkable. She told Finn to leave their home if he couldn't protect their family from further chaos. Stunned and heartbroken, Finn complied without resistance. He walked out, leaving Luna standing outside, caught in a swirl of guilt and unintended consequence. Luna hadn't aimed to come between Steffy and Finn. She had only wanted a conversation. But her arrival instead drove a wedge deep into their marriage. Alone by the fireplace, Steffy replayed the sequence of events, burdened by Liam's recent diagnosis, Hope's emotional collapse, and now this betrayal. Her whispered thoughts revealed her fear. Was Luna just another version of Sheila, a danger Finn couldn't recognize, or had he already begun drifting away? Meanwhile, Finn wandered the streets, haunted by the emotional fallout. He hadn't intended to choose Luna over Steffy, yet he couldn't shake his impulse to help someone in pain. Still, he knew he had failed to protect the person who mattered most, his wife. This pivotal moment raises serious questions about the future of Steffy and Finn's relationship. Is Finn wrong to ask for compassion, or is Steffy justified in drawing a hard line? Has Luna unintentionally caused irreparable damage? In a dramatic shift within The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester takes decisive action that redefines both professional alliances and personal rivalries at Forrester Creations. As Liam Spencer's health deteriorates, his impending loss becomes a catalyst for unexpected reconciliation between longtime adversaries Hope Logan and Steffy herself. Once locked in a bitter feud, Steffy and Hope begin to find common ground through shared grief and emotional understanding. Their rivalry, rooted in personal and professional conflicts, begins to dissolve as they reconnect on a deeper, more human level. Motivated by Liam's emotional plea to end the hostility, Steffy reevaluates Hope's role in the company. Without prompting or expectation from Hope, Steffy makes a bold announcement during a company meeting. Hope is officially reinstated at Forrester Creations. Steffy's decision, delivered with poise and clarity, reflects a strategic pivot in her leadership, one that prioritizes redemption and legacy over resentment. She emphasizes that the move is not personal, but a necessary step toward doing what is right in the face of looming finality. However, the return of Hope is not the only power shift. In a startling follow-up, Steffy immediately terminates Daphne Rose, her former ally in ousting Hope. The move signals a clear break from past tactics. Steffy acknowledges Daphne's past contributions, but makes it clear that her role has expired. Daphne, blindsided and enraged, accuses Steffy of using her, leaving in a storm of betrayal and unresolved fury. This abrupt dismissal has ignited speculation about possible retaliation. Daphne's response suggests that her next move could threaten the fragile peace now forming at Forrester. Meanwhile, questions linger about whether Steffy's olive branch to Hope can withstand the pressure of emerging conflicts. This pivotal moment may mark a lasting transformation within the Forrester empire, one driven not by competition, but by closure and the pursuit of something greater. Whether this newfound unity holds or fractures under pressure remains to be seen.